The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. 24-yard line. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. A run with counter on first down, going to get about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From just shy of midfield, Roethlisberger able to hit his target, Claypool. And this is going to be another first down as they make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And that is going to be incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Able to get this to Gordon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Kaepernick will try again on second down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing.
And that's caught inside the 35. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Had the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Man, I've seen that play a couple
So we
of
come
times
upon
already.
halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Fuck up, Super.
Third quarter starts with a run from Connor.
Wow. Come on, tackle. I knew this shit was going to start going like this, man.
35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe,
Oh,
but
brother.
there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that...
Oh, my God.
What I did, can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so gummy and being so
I hate Madden, man. That's crazy.
Met her at one of the functions, we caught on the rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they know what I was. Ain't no one alive that can do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like,
Man, that's some bullshit, man.
These days don't love me.
I don't know what I should do.
I don't know. That shit's so hard, bro.
Damn, dog, almost 28-10 in half. 21-10, they kicked me out in the third quarter. And I got these Broncos. That's just stupid.
Hey, man, TK, I gotta play that in the whip. I got these days on load, and I gotta look that shit up right now. I got it, let me see.
She don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you tryna do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last today. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to the LMPD. Go and get yourself esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
Get out my way, Lil. Get out my way. bit, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear that.
Hey, man, you the homie Mark up at this, man. I'm the homie Mark G up at it.
I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drill, little bit, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drill, little bit, little bit.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Denver Broncos.
Chris Boswell will kick off for Pittsburgh.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out. To the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
He's take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First down is Kaepernick. Flushed out right. They'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there'll be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
They look good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Kaepernick now on the keeper. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll give the Broncos a first down. Now this time, Kaepernick will throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum has clearly shifted in their favor?
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. but the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
I'm on this Madden game, bro.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets to...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Chase Claypool, the intended target.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 19-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd and 2.
They'll try and run forward with Conner. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
The 6-yard line.
Now Roethlisberger into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock there, expecting to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield and use his ability in open space to make people miss.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And the Broncos first down.
Here's Gordon. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Six nothing our score after 1.
The score, Steelers 6, Broncos nothing.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Now Gordon. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They do go for it. It's Kaepernick. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there. But they do convert on 4th. Kaepernick now on first down. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now. They run it here with Gordon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
And a key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead now stands at 13.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it deep, and I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Give him 2 yards on that play, and the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. Escaping the pressure right. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
And whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal.
This is caught. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked Picked off by Justin Simmons. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it's going to be second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On second down now, it's Gordon, and he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Play action. Now Kaepernick. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. He's got a first. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first. Kaepernick now on first down. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by McManus is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
To return, it's Cam Sutton. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 27, Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll make it third down.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Kaepernick on 3rd down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards. First down.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Gain of 14. First down, Broncos.
Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Back now in Pittsburgh, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
To kick off for Denver.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. Now this will make it into the end zone. The
Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. This is the tight end Fant. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the first round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
19 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Bud Dupree. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, on 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take a...
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it, and they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Trying to lay one up deep. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, "Oh, no." And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow.
16. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
He was brought down by Vaughn.
We got a plane to catch.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. A lot of bulk out there, as you might expect, on that D-line to try to stop the run on 2nd down. Roethlisberger going to throw it, and they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Who went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger hitting Juju on the slant. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game. That punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. Some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So a very interesting call, but he wants to take care of the ball himself.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.